All right, folks. It's Thursday. Oh, I almost said it was Tuesday. Slip of the tongue there. It's Thursday, June the 19th. We're going to get started here in just a minute. Nothing beats a jet to... Wait, no, I got to wait for it. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. It's so good. I think it's because I've been trained to expect when that part of the song hits to be saying a really bad car crash. I think so, the monkey neurapses and sirens in my brain go. One of those Red Bull fake vehicle things is gonna crash into like a hay bale or something. Someone's Renault Clio is gonna go over the hill of Holly in rural East England. All right, I was all unbuttoned. I had my fly open. I had my neck fly open. Ugh. Okay, everybody. I think we're gonna start the show. How do we do that? Thank you to whoever that is. Sarah Bareilles? Not entirely sure. All right, let's do the thing. LFG Marbles is brought to you by all of our lovely patrons over on patreon.com/LFGX and our subscribers over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Brycast, BRYCAS. Straight to the thing!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the main event of the evening. The moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Introducing your host, Bryce, the Marvel Machine, Castillo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is the League of Fun Games Marbles, LFG Marbles. That is, it's week 12. So, sorry, it's season 12, week 2. Flip them. Scratch that. Hello, I'm Bryce Castillo, navigating you in and out of 16 great marbles races today. Coming up, thank you for joining us. We've got a bunch of physics-based excitement coming up, as well as some, little slices of life, a little bit of relatable humor, comedy, all sorts of stuff coming up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first race of the evening. It's the Pixels Raceway. Can we get a little bit of music, please? Thank you, Nina. We'll be getting started here in just a couple of minutes here. This is a physics-based game where all of you get to play as competitors. All you got to do is type !play into the chat, just like people have been doing for the past few minutes here. You're going to do that for every race tonight. We're going to have 16 of them. They'll be about 5 or 6 minutes apart, depending on how distracted we get. So one more time, !play in the chat is what you type to get a marble with your name on it. I'm going to have a 90-second timer on the clock. That chime will let you know it's time. You got to work that chime, just like I've worked the Jet 2 holiday, as I've made the mental muscle memory of that. You need to make that with the chime sound to type !play. Hello, everybody. Thank you much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us so much. Hello, welcome back. It is June 19th. It is Bryce Castillo's 35th birthday today, so if we can get some Peepo talk, Peepo claps, Franker Z claps in the chat. Is Franker Z Peepo Franker Z? Can we get a Peepo Franker Z? But no, it was a nice relaxing day for me. 60 seconds, folks. Nice relaxing day for me today. I went and got some Panda Express lunch. I went to the Goodwill, and I'll do a little bit of a thrift haul here a little bit later, but picked up a few little doodads and just kept it easy today. Thursdays is kind of my Thursdays is my Saturdays, and taking it easy. Take it a little easy, isn't it? 30 seconds, folks, before we get started here on the Pixels Raceway !play. Seconds, folks. Now, last time we did a thrift store haul, I think it was last season. There was more like novelty goods. We had the LA Chargers napkins. 5 seconds here, folks, before we start on the Pixels Raceway. Didn't have anything as iconically goofy, I think. Well, maybe, probably not. It was a lot more shirts. It was more of a shirts thing. Their racers are off here in the Pixels Raceway, making their way through the various levels here of the parking garage. Who's going to make it out first? Could be Azcat, Ledwin, or Archeron. There's Dead Polymer's local ghost. It is Azcat first off the block. It's a high-speed drag strip style track where racers hit some pretty high-speed boosts, but they're punctuated by all these speed bumps and those tires, the tire piles, stopping all the racers, creating a lot of debris on the track, and making quite a hack of it. We're following Thermos Jack here in the Cinema Cam, who is holding a strong lead to Azcat Zero Evil. Break has in the background. Ledwin, Kenworth, and Kalisen as all of our racers here got 1 minute elapsed so far. Azcat now leading on Ledwin and Kenworth 103. Ledwin in the boost first. Azcat and Kenworth are trying to keep up though. Riss also in the back keeping up. Kenworth in that I'm gonna guess like an F-type. This is kind of like an old Jaguar type of vintage car maybe. Azcat leading just ahead of Kenworth just by a couple of tenths. Rissy and Tom Chain not far behind. See 2 more sets of boosts and tires for all of our racers to contend with. 1 minute 30 elapsed so far. Gonna get another song loaded up here. Oh. Our helicopter cam is catching Tom Chain escaping the rubber before anyone else. Rissy continuing to stay up in that front pack. Thermos Jack and Archeron also fighting for the front points paying positions. We give points to the top 10 racers, as well as whoever finally successfully brings it in without getting DNF'd, a last place point, if you want to think of it like that. Archeron is leading some boost, but there's an extra set of tires trying to stop anyone who is entering the wasteland of the final stretch. Everyone is piling in on that left side. Now the side on the right is they're tripping over themselves to try to get into the finish line. They're all here. It's Captain Jack squeaking by on the right side here to take a definitive win. That's some racecraft, folks. Kalisen in second place. Kenworth for third. Your podium are in. The rest of the racers are making their way in. That's it, folks. Don't even have time to hit the hurry up music. We are complete. Hey. Congratulations go to Captain Jack 913, Cal SN 34, and Ken Wharf 04. That's your podium here on race number 1, the Pixels Raceway. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place. Tom Chain leading on Archeron 42, Zero Evil, Judy Bootybot, FLS Carnage in 8th, leading on Risk C, and Thermos Jack in 10th place. Oh my dog. 17 people entered, and all 17 of them finished. It was your league champion, your current league standing leader, Sunbun, taking that last place point in 17th place. Wow. Okay, let's save the datums, and let's load up into another track. Top racers of the season, it is Sunbun on 97, Archeron 66, and Jake Schneider 62, leading the pay-to-win scheme for our Patreon subscribers. Sunbun in the chat. Even when I lose, I win. That's right. Loaded up now for race number 2. We're starting some community levels here. 90 seconds on the clock to join us here. It's Chaotic Offbeat Route. Thank you to Nickry for the level. ! Play is what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. I'm going to open up the right screen here, the right scene on my open broadcasting software. Speaking of open broadcasting software, just the past couple of days, I talked about this last week, but we ended up doing the Podcast Creator Summit. It was a great time. It was the past 3 days over at the Apple campus here in Austin, and they brought in mostly local creators, a good number of folks from like Round Rock and nearby Texas communities, and it was great. There was a lot of panels. Me and Michael, who was also at the studio, we were doing some mentoring one-on-one, a little bit of networking and helping people kind of problem solve, and it was really great hearing, everyone with all these ideas and a lot of enthusiasm. And, it was great. It was really great to see so much like enthusiasm and energy. It was a good time. So thank you to everyone who was out there. Just a blast, just a good time. 20 seconds now, folks, before you get in here on race number 2. It was at the Apple campus. It was my first time there, and it was interesting. We didn't. It wasn't like a very in-depth like tour or anything. 10 seconds now. Apple's obviously such a big thing that like the building we were in, I believe, was just dedicated to like meeting rooms and presentation rooms. So it was very pretty and very clean, but it was not like we got to see like where the code monkeys actually sling code. You know, we didn't see any of the code holes. Those famous code holes that the coders are always using. Our racers are off here on the chaotic offbeat route. They are split up into 3 different sections here. Archeron leading that center section. FLS Carnage on the right section. Nobody's going on that far side of the screen, as we can tell. So it's a bit of a cursive style level where they're kind of the different multi-tracks are going up and around, side by the side, and bobbing. They're bobbing your uncling your bob, and so it's hard to tell who's exactly the net leader. It could be Archeron and Open Bayou, who seem to be the leaders as the crow flies. But on the other side here, we've got folks in that hamster ball of hell on the right. FLS Carnage and Vuff looking like they've made it out of there. Crisco looking to catch up in that first pack. Everyone's been split up. 20 racers in. No racers have fallen so far, so that's great to see. A minute 10. Now 12 elapsed so far. Open Bayou saying they didn't want people shouting at the Siri team. No. It was very cool. It looked. Oh, an explosion on the other side of the track. It looked obviously corporate because it was a huge corporate campus. But it was super clean, very kind of what you would expect from Apple. Not like is high tech, but not super frilly. And one of the guys who actually worked for Apple and was visiting from another Apple campus, he said something that, like, on the first day that made me, like, kind of opened my eyes a little bit. He was like, this doesn't look, exactly like the Apple office that I'm from, but I definitely see, like, all of the things that our office tries to do and how it is like implemented here. There's a lot of like little details. Not to spend the majority of my time talking about the summit as a critique of the physical venue operations, but I think we're here. Little things like the lighting was very nice. It filled the room, it lit the room really well, but it also avoided like really here we go. A train of racers making their way in. It's Ken Orff leading in the top 5. Zero Evil leading in the next top 5. Hurry up, folks. This race is almost done. It's Callison and Tom Chain in the backpack here as the racers have made their way safely through the laser prison bars. That's right, folks. You're all in jail. Tom Chain taking the last place there. There we go. I forgot what I said. What I usually say. Congratulations go to Ken Worf 04, Crisco 762, and Sun Bun. That's your podium here on a community level. It's a chaotic offbeat route, or is it route? Not quite sure. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place Bry Kaz. Leading on Archeron, Thermos Jack, Azcat, Zero Evil Vuff in 9th place, leading on Judy Booty Bot. Don't need to scroll too far, but and I can't scroll. But it's 15th place, Tom Cha-Cha-Chain, taking that last place point in 15th place. Shout out to Tom. Let's load up another track, why don't we? Sunbun extending his lead here. 107, breaking the 100-point barrier. We are loaded up now for race number 3, the Downtown Bouncing City. Thinking to Snook for the level. 90 seconds to join us. I'm going to touch my computer here a little bit to try to figure out why one of our things is not loading up quite right here. So enjoy a little Magdalena Bay. One minute now, folks. Join us. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat. Get a mark with your name on it. All right, there we go. Thank you for indulging me as I get rid of these gremlins and goblins in the code. Those gremlins and goblins are mostly just my own personal mistakes. 10 seconds, folks, as we get started for race number 3. It's the downtown bouncing city. 19 racers ready, registered, revving their marbles up, and they are off. Zero Evil on pole position. Callison starting from the back. Callison has to start from the back because Callison accidentally said something nasty to the stewards, and if we were to reprint it here, we'd also get punished by those French stewards. Sorry, buddies. Zero Evil was leading that front pack. Bryce is leading on the way out of the poppers here. Risky, Azcat, Ken Worf, Zero Evil, and Malvinius as our racers are going into the reservoir now. 26 seconds elapsed. Pulling up the rear is Archeron, Tom Chain, and Base Bean number 9. It's Azcat and Bryce, the two Castillos, fighting at the front with Ken Worf and Zero Evil as more popping, more stopping happens. Ken Worf overtaking for second place and going on the alternate route. Vuff, Judy Boot, lead win in that front pack with Malvinius and Zero Evil as the racers get converged. They converged. They came together. I will never not get it confused. I should watch that young adult series of the divergence thing so I can stop getting confused by what a divergence and a convergence is. And you would think saying that those words, like 10 or 20 times a week, get it into the muscle memory. Yours truly leading here, going into another reservoir as can Judy Bootybot not far behind. It's 1:23 on the clock. More racers making their way through that hairbrush section. Jake Schneider and Ledwin pulling up the rear. We've had one DNF so far. We see Ken Worf made it out of that hamster ball of hell really, really quick. FLS and Ken Worf, second and third. Broadcast Judy Bootybot, Base Bean 0. Captain Jack Callison getting dominated by Jake Schneider. Archeron as well. Open Bayou as Azcat is leading through another. What is this? Just a copy and damn pace? This is I guess a downtown bouncing city. If what you're bouncing on is the Control C and Control V buttons. Azcat in this is a kind of a strange dark part of the track. Not a lot. Going through a snow drift into some snow dunes. Oh, it's gonna mean FLS Carnage and Judy Bootybot shoot further into this field. Some racers are getting some speed through that boost. Judy in some air now. Dropping. Missing the hole. Oh no, Judy bot. Oh wait. Judy landed on the track. Saved it. Incredible save by Judy Bootybot. Unlike Zero Evil, who was unfortunately airballed on the other side. Don't like to see that. Judy Bootybot here. We are seeing... Whoa! Okay. Was bounced here onto... Oh, maybe this is the downtown bouncing city. These little gooey guys seem to be bouncing people up into the air when they get into this part of the track. A little bit of a slow part. Judy here is now stopped on the track here. Nearly stopped on the track. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, the lasers. The lasers are fatal. The lasers are lethal. It's FLS Carnage now. Avoided the lasers. Managed to keep it on the DL. 1 minute on that big red clock at the middle of your screen. 540. Okay. 4 racers are in. Can we get 6 more? Well, Callison and Bryce and Based Bean heard the call. 3 more spaces left to go. 40 seconds, folks. As we have made it to the city part, I believe, of downtown Bouncing City. I don't know why Judy Bootybot just wrote in chat my whole LOL, but I'm going to say that that's a candidate for comment of the evening. Risk C with only 15 seconds left on the clock. Trying to secure that point. Does so. Who's still out there? Sunbun! Sunbun is not good. Oh no! Congratulations, Sunbun got stuck in the geometry and didn't end up breaking the plane. That's a win for FLS Carnage, ASCAT 1964, and Open Bayou, your podium today on the Downtown Bouncing City. Thank you, Snook G 540 for the level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place Archeron 42, leading on Callison, Bry Kaz, Based Bean number 9 in 9th, minus 2 places. Leading Captain Jack, Ledwin, and Jake Schneider in 10th. Scrolling, it's Risk C in 14th place, taking the last place point. Shouty outy to Risk C and everyone who managed to make it. And can we get some Frankersies in chat, especially for Sunbun? We didn't even realize Sunbun was stuck until the very end there. I hate to see that. Top movers and shakers today. I fixed all the gremlins. It's Ken Worf leading with 23 points on Archeron's 22. Callison with 18 today. Load it up now for race number 4. It's the relaxed memorable. Oh, because my brain wants to go memorable. Doesn't matter. Relaxed, memorable greatness! Exclamation mark. Please, what you type in the chat again with your name on. I'm gonna hit 90 instead. 90. You know what? I'm gonna do 90 seconds today. I'm gonna give you the 90. Don't worry about it. So the Apple mentoring thing was very cool. It was being on the mentoring side of it meant that I didn't really get to see most of the panels, which is kind of a bummer because it did seem like there were some really good panels about Austin, about using podcasting in education, some different interesting things there. We did have one moment. So briefly, there were not too many. The crew, it was a small size crew, and at one point, Michael and myself were kind of doing door duty. One of the kind of bureaucratic things about this Apple building was that it had a double door entryway with like a receptionist, like entrance room before you actually get in, and we needed to like kind of play door jockey because we didn't have like a chip, we didn't have like an actual key to get us inside if we got all the way out. So it was kind of a 2-person kind of thing. Like, you need to hold this door open while I go and get that door, and then we go in, and 10 seconds, folks. Well, we did. But Michael and I are both adults. We're both grown ass men. We're off. 20 people here on the memorable greatness. I almost said it wrong. I almost said it right too. Swap. Bryke has Ken, Cal, Sunbun, some of the first ones here off the block on the relaxed, memorable greatness. Jake Schneider, Archeron pulling up the rear with Tom Chain. And so we definitely got locked. We were trying to let these 2 people in, but then I went in to go get the one door, but then Michael kind of came in to investigate when it didn't, when the people didn't immediately walk into the other door, and then he said it was like slow motion. He saw the interior door closing in slow motion as we locked ourselves in. But it was fine. We were only locked in for I don't know, five minutes or so. Though then one of the people we were trying to let in, one of the people we were trying to let in was like, "Oh, fuck this, I'm leaving. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait 2 minutes to go to a free party." And it was a free party. It was a fucking good free party. A minute 10 now as we see Vuff, Ken Worf, Captain Jack, Swap, and Jake Schneider going through the stair-step mills here. These are a pretty, a kind of an auto-scroller part of the track where the steps are on a cycle, so there's not too much that... there's not a lot of chaos that can be happened here. It's kind of a more processional part of the track. I guess this would be relaxed, and this would be memorable in so far as that, like, it's not super thrilling. Oh, there we go. Vuff out of the steps now. Going through the open section, not riding the walls. No danger here at all. Will anybody have any danger with those collapsing sides? I'm not sure. Vuff making it in the hamster ball of hell now. Ken, Swap, Captain Jack, all vying for second place going into the hamster ball now. Jake, an open Bayou Sunbun. Malvinius also trying to make it in the alleyway. Swap, Jack, Vuff, and Ken Worf. Door jockey. That's right, Tom Jane. Swap, Ken, Bayou, Jack, Malvinius. They're out of the hamster ball into the reservoir now. 2:30 as they get ready for the final. It's a parking structure and then a a Ram's Head parking structure. Oh my goodness, there's so little. There's the most boring parts, the most boring types of track parts. They're calling it the New Age Monaco. Swap with probably a second and a half lead on Ken Worf in that front pack. Sunbun trying to keep up in, what is that, 6th, 7th? Bryce, Ledwin, Callison also. 17 people still in this track. It's the bass being in all caps. It's relaxed. It's relaxed. Swap now coming out of the Ram's Head into the final section with a time of 2:12. Swapping Spit, your winner. Hitting you with the hurry up music. 50 seconds even. 90% of 1 minute on that red clock now. We still got people in that parking structure. Hope you're keeping your ticket, folks. You want to pay on the way out. Don't you hate it when you're supposed to pay when you get into the garage? When you go back into the garage? Don't you hate that? Take my money when I drive out. Come on. Top 10 are in. We're looking for the last place. Tom Chain's gonna get that lap banked in. Crisco and Rissi both have 24 seconds to take the last place. I think this is Rissa's for the taking. Let's find out. 18 seconds. Plenty of time now. That's it. Congratulations go to Swapping Spit, Ken Worf 04, and Malvinius, your podium here on the relaxed, memorable greatness. Oh, I'm remembering it. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place. Archeron 42 leading on Open Bayou, Captain Jack, Sun Bun, Bryce has an 8th leading on Ledwin, and Cal SN in 10th. It's 17th place for Risk C. Shouty outy to Risk. Get that last place point in our league. Data's loaded up. Let's get ready for the second quarter. At the top, it's still Sunbun 112, Archeron 89, Ken Worf 69, very nice. Captain Jack 69, very nice. FLS Carnage and Jake Schneider both on 63 are nearly. Loaded up now for race number 5. It's the Minions Deadly Musical. Thank you to Concept Gaming for the level. Oh my goodness, the Minions are in a band. 90 seconds. Oh my good. Banana. Can you believe it, folks? Banana. Oh, I love it. 90 seconds, folks. Bang that play. There are parts here. Oh, is there going to be like a teleportation? I could see them having a teleportation. Yep, I bet there is. I bet there is. Oh, I bet you finish in. Are you going to finish here in the? Yes, the finish is in the Tom. 60 seconds now. Hey. Well, this will be a banana for the ages. Join us 50 seconds now on the Minions Deadly Musical. See how many people actually finish this one. Tom Chain in the Tom? Tom, look, you know what you signed up for. Tom says I didn't consent to that. Check the Twitch TOS again, buddy. You gave a lot of people a lot of power. 30 seconds now. I don't know why I said that like he was a senator. You gave a lot of people power, Tom. 10 seconds now, folks, for race number 5. Okay, here we go. I wonder if this will be a long level. We got a lot of cones of Dunshire. Those are usually pretty quick. A couple of curly cues, a big funnel here, some stair steppers, some poppers. This could be I think this will be a good kind of meaty sort of level. We're off now on this deadly musical of Minions. Our racers are zooming through the opening section. Zero Evil leading on FLS Carnage. On the other side, it's Open Bayou and Based Bean. FLS avoiding the cones of Dunshire, still getting that boost. Looked like Crisco may have gotten a little more boost, but they're racing each other on opposite sides. Of course, that can't get doggy, if you were wondering. FLS avoiding more cones. Crisco trying to make it through a little clean, but still lagging behind just a little bit for second place. Azcat, Kenworth, Based Bean, Duke, and Malvinius approaching to fight for third. Avoiding that's a great line for both Crisco and FLS because they avoided the blocks, but they can't avoid these ones here. They have to proc them so that they can start to despawn, but there are too many people in to have any sort of sleepover dog fight. That's right. I think it's like it's crating. That's what you call it. Is when two people are stuck behind boxes, but they would otherwise be dogfighting. That is known as crating, and I didn't just make that up on the spot. That's something that's in the technical codes that the French stewards set. It was set 12 months ago. I wish even if I wanted to, I couldn't change it. A minute 18 now, and it's Azcat leading Duke McAwesome, Based Bean, Ledwin, Malvinius, Crisco, Riss C, Tom Chain, Zero Evil, FLS Carnage, Jake Schneider, Ken Worf, and more. Here on the the Minions Deadly Musical, Azcat shooting through the cannon into hitting the strum, dropping through the ziggurat. Azcat leading on Ken, Ledwin, Crisco, Rissi, Malvinius, Duke McAwesome, and FLS Carnage. As we pull back to see the other racers hitting the guitar now. Our racers are going to go up the elevator behind Kevin's back. Is that Kevin? Is Kevin the drummer, or is that Ringo? I'm not sure. Tom Chain and Open Bayou pulling up the rear. 218 now. 23 now, actually. They're loading up the spaced elevator. The Champions of Fire music is playing. Azcat is just trying to get out of this elevator. It's always a little awkward getting out of the elevators. Maybe that's... No, and he fell back into the elevator, lose all his momentum and all his gravity. Oh my gosh! Your new race leader, Riss C23, who actually made it out of the elevator. What an awful row for you, Pop. Going to the drumstick now. Oh, Riss C cannot land it. Oh no! Is it misaligned? Is it misaimed? Oh no! Only Crisco and Callison have made it. Oh, you have to get into the drumstick to shoot directly into. This is ridiculous. I can't believe that the stewards homologated this racetrack at all. This is disgusting. This is a shambles. I've never seen anything as bloody and deadly as this in all of my years of marble racing. Congratulations go to Crisco 762 and Kenworth 04. That's your podium top 3, top 10 and last place racers here on race number 5, the Minions Deadly Musical. It was deadly. We'll surely say that. Only 2 people finished that one, Crisco and Ken. So let's just have a little bit of silence and really bask in it. That's the second place for Ken Worf in a row. Look at that, folks. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun with statistics? I think so. We're gonna let him in the check. Cap Jack says it's like Portal Purgatory. It is a lot of like it is a little lot of like Portal Purgatory. The Portal Purgatory is more. Portal Purgatory is bad. Not bad. I was gonna say bad by design, and this one just happens to be bad. But I think they're bad in different ways, right? Portal Purgatory is designed to only let like 2-3 people win. But that last one, we almost made it. We had a whole race that was going and good. All right, folks, we're loaded up now for race number 6. It is the totally angelic Kaleidoscope. Thank you to total homegrown for the level. 90 seconds on the clock. Join us! Exclamation mark plays what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. I started playing a game today. I only got about a half hour or so in it. But I've been watching Northern Lion play a lot of it, but I ended up picking up that rematch game on the PlayStation. It's a new arcade soccer game. The shortest way I can describe it, unfortunately, is it's 60 seconds. It's Rocket League, but without the cars. It is soccer. We all know it's soccer, but it's soccer with the rules and structure of Rocket League. So you're guys. You're not cars, you're guys. And the ball is the size of a soccer ball. It's not huge. It's the size of a soccer ball. But it is also totally enclosed. So there's no out of bounds. There's no fouls. There's no offsides. And that also means that there's a backboard. Effectively means that there's a backboard on the goal. It's really interesting. I think it's really interesting. I think it definitely looks and sounds a lot like Rocket League, but with soccer. But you know what? I'm surprised no one's tried to do that since Rocket League came out. All right, 3 seconds now, folks, for race number 6 here. The totally angelic Kaleidoscope. We are off. Following the back of the pack, Tom Chain and Captain Jack, who had to start from the pit row. That was because they did try out the row, and they found it a little salty. They said, this is fine. It's a little salty. I think I might stick with the cod. I think I might stick with a haddock. 20 seconds as Swapping Spit is leading on the opening funnel and the first off the block into the opening parking facility. But it's a soccer. I mean, what is cool about it is a lot of what makes Rocket League cool, which is that it makes you feel cool. Like it's not super complicated, and then also because it's third person instead of like really far away like a FIFA is, and you only control your character. Like it's. I don't know. It's cool. Like it's a good formula. It's. I can't believe no one made a Rocket League without the cars earlier. I mean, there are soccer games. There's EAFC and the all of the FIFA games before it, but this one feels like Rocket League even. Like you can customize your character. There is like a battle pass sort of thing, and I have not. Again, I only spent like a half hour with it. 1:30 as we see Swap leading well ahead of Malvinius and Based Bean, who are split up fighting for second place. Bryce and Crisco leading the next packs in the back for 4th and 5th. Swapping Spit is got a good lead now. Whoa. This level's called the Totally Angelic Kaleidoscope. I mean, we're seeing some interesting structures to be sure. Ooh, Swap getting stopped with this dojo piece, giving Based Bean the chance to move up. Malvinius on the other side. Oh, it's been taken by a ghost. What is that? Some of our racers here are stuck. Some of our racers have been trapped in the wheel of Samsara. Swap is in the air. Where is he going to land? Oh, we missed Based Bean dropping it into this other cycle of Samsara. But we've got a win now. Top 2 are in as a pack looking to bring it home. Top 8 are in now. I gotta hit you with the hurry up music. Archeron banking that last place point because Malvinius and Duke McAwesome are surely stuck here in purgatory. Yes, there's even a ceremonial urn. There we go. Congratulations go to Based Bean number 9, leading on Swapping Spit and Tom Chachachain. Your podium here on the totally angelic Kaleidoscope. Thank you to Total Homegrown for the level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place. Zero Evil leading on Captain Jack. Riss C, Ledwin, Bry, Kaz in 8th, leading Crisco and Judy Bootybot in 10th. Only a few places down, it's 13th place Archeron 42 getting that last place point. Shout out to Archeron and everyone who participates in the race. Look at this. Okay, now this is a nice Kaleidoscope. I'm gonna hit the F12. Okay, it didn't take a screenshot. Let's let him in the track. Updated stats for today. Your leader, 46 points. It's Ken Worf, leading on Archeron with 31. Captain Jack with 30. Crisco 26. Swapping Spit 24. Bry Kaz 22. Hello. That's also the age I'm turning today, folks. Can you believe it? Tom Chain and Callison on 19. Zero Evil and Based Bean on 18. Find your stats at anytimemarbles.win. It's a website. We're loaded up now. As we're nearing the halfway point of the evening, it's Cool Night Sports. Thank you to Antics for the level. Join us! Exclamation place. What you type in the chat to get MR with your name on it. Let's take a look at this. Kind of cool. Oh, it's like a. This is gonna be one of those like. Oh, this will be like a big hallway sort of level. Oh, okay. We kind of get the lens. Flashing lights warning. Flashing lights warning. Kanye accidentally wrote that song. That's the warning. Kanye wrote flashing lights. 90 seconds to join us here. Exclamation place. What you type in the chat to get MR with your name on it, folks. You know what I've started doing? I've started, if you're on the social medias, I've been putting a lot of time into posting more, and especially specifically clips of Marbles and the Two Tusks podcast, available now wherever podcasts are listened to. Two Tusks, the music podcast. Check it out. I've been posting clips to the Instagram and the TikTok and the YouTube, and 60 seconds, and it's been an interesting experience. I've kind of not been in that headspace for a minute, and it's funny. I've started to like set some time in the morning, kind of as a wake me up activity, because I kind of work more in the afternoons and evenings. And so I've now started to kind of set aside, like, it was only 30 minutes, but now I realize it's like a half hour just to get 2 posts posted to 2 different brand accounts on 3 different platforms. And it's fine. It's you know, it's always fun. You know, it's fun. It's fun to do. That's why I like doing it first thing. One of the first things in the day to kind of wake me up and make it feel like I got my posting done. I think it acts as a panacea a little bit, as like, oh, okay, you know, I don't need to be on TikTok. I spent a lot of time on TikTok this morning. What are you talking about? All right, 30 seconds now for the Cool Night Sports. Our racers are off. Yours truly pulling up the rear as Based Bean, Zero Evil. It's like Tom and FLS Carnage, some of your front runners in the opening funnel of the Cool Night Sports. Thank you to Antics for the level. Judy and Duke pulling up the rear as our racers are circling the drain. You're in race number 7. Archeron leading first off the block ahead of Zero Evil and Azcat as racers are making it through this 2001 style disco hallway. It's Archeron out, hitting an anti-gravity power up as Archeron shoots up and up and up towards a huge funnel. Will Archeron land it? Yes, lands on it so perfect Archeron barely bounces. Zero Evil landing on an earlier side, and no one's bouncing off it. There must be some crazy gravity stuff going on. Jake Schneider falling off the track there. one of 4 different DNFs so far. Acheron leading through another sort of nightclub-esque level. Acheron's kind of stuck in one of the outer sections of the Tunnel of Love of Hell. Zero Evil's catching up, 1:22. Base Bean, Callison, Sunbun, Ledwin, more. As we've got a bit of a... it could be getting a little doggy, but Base Bean's in the mix, trying to keep it from getting too canine. Acheron and Zero Evil are neck and neck, 1:30 as they go into the Sector 2 now. Going through the chalice, it's Acheron trying to avoid the lasers, probably. These lasers are probably dangerous. I assume that those lasers... Usually, we see lasers, they're usually dangerous. Now, will this be an in teleporter or an out teleporter here in the middle of this keyhole section? We're not quite sure. We'll keep an eye out. Based Bean and Sunbun fighting for first place. The two of them are on the same side. We like to call that a dog. They are fighting here in the last section, trying to give us a dog-to-dog, neck-to-neck, wheel-to-wheel, marble-to-marble fight. It's Based Bean just ahead of Sunbun, who has shown all of the competitors what it means to be a strong performing athlete here in Marble Season 12. A huge dogfight to wrap up Race 7, 2:30 on the clock, 45 seconds on that big red clock. Wrap it up, folks. Thank you for the dog fight. 38 seconds now. Bring it on, folks. Oh, who's going to get 10? It'll be me! Yay! Woo! 23 seconds for Buff to tap that last place point in. Plenty of time. Here we go. Whoa! Congratulations go to Based Bean number 9, leading on Sunbun, Ledwin. Oh, excuse me, Sunbun and Ledwin, your podium here on race number 7. It's the Cool Night Sports. What was the sport? Did I miss it? What was the Cool Nights? I missed the sport. Top 10, rounded out by 4th place, Acheron 42, leading on. 5th place, Zero Evil, Ken Worf, Duke McAwesome, Rissy in 8th, leading FLS Carnage, and Bryce in 10th. Not that far down, it's Vuff in 14th place, getting the last place point there on number 7, folks. That's how it goes. Let's set up another track. We've updated the data going into race number 8. Your leader, Sunbun, still on top, 123. Acheron, Ken Worf, 2 and 3. Find your stats at marbles.win. That's a website. Time for the final round. I almost said the the final race of the half, not the Tinal Ralph of the Have. It's the Devilish Track Kingdom. They get a 2 fulls darter for the level. Why is it that I can say 2 fulls darter, but I can't say the rain in the Spain is plainly in my lane? 90 seconds to join us for race number 8. See, I can manage to get that too. One of the other games I picked up recently was we did this on Rage Select. I wonder if it was a bonus video and it never came out. But no, we did 2 videos of Revenge of the Savage Planet. I ended up picking that up after we did that video because it was a pretty good. I was not expecting it. I was expecting it to be one of those like Ark like games, those Ark Survival Evolved, where I was expecting to be like a multiplayer. Like, we gotta craft, we gotta build a base, we gotta get the other guy, we gotta watch it for the other guys on the planet, but it was not. It's very like, it's actually a pretty, not linear, because it's kind of got an open world sort of setting, but it's got kind of a critical path, and you can totally play it solo. So I picked it up and I played it solo, and it's cool. I mean, it's weird because it's funny. It's like trying to be funny. It is funny written, haha, laughing even. But it doesn't always hit for me, and so sometimes I'll try to play it with something else on. But they have a setting in the game where if you turn down the verboseness of your little assistant guy who does 90% of the talking in the game, they say like, hey, if you turn this off, you are not going to be able to follow what's happening in the story, actually. Whoa, what the hell? What the hellion? What's going on? How are we? People are falling at, what the hell? What the helly? What the hellion? What is this? Okay, our Open Bayou seems to be leading. Tom Chain, Cat and Jack, and Sun Bun. 25 seconds as our racers what the hellion? What the helliar? What the helly button? Tom Chain leading now. Callison and Waylaid in the back, hitting that Steve. Zoom. The racers are switching back. Malvinius and Captain Jack. Ooh, Malvinius is falling behind. Holding on to second place. Thermos Jack and Swapping Spit fighting for third now. His Cat moves up and goes past the opening Plinko into a hamster ball, folks. 1 minute. This is Devilish Track Kingdom. Maybe. Hamster ball. It's Malvinius first off the block now. 0, Captain Jack, Riss, C, Jake Schneider. They're all in the alleyway. They got to get out, though. You got to get the escape velocity. That's what we're looking for. Somehow, Thermos Jack and Swapping Spit are on an alternate track. It seems like they're almost about to keep up with Malvinius as the racers are making their way into this kind of a hobbit hole style funnel. We've seen a little bit of this, not on the official tracks, but plenty of times on the these community tracks. It's still Malvinius leading Captain Jack and Thermos Jack, Swapping Spit in fourth as more racers are making it into that hobbit hole. 150 on the clock. Sunman with us. What does that say? Is Taco Bell's queso the best fast food queso? Do you mean the chips and cheese, the yellow cheese? Is that queso? Is the cheese that comes with Nacho Bell's chips and cheese? Is that queso? Sunman says cheese dip, but is that queso? Because it's Malvinius, our race leader, is falling off the track. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah. Queso? It's queso the way that Chipotle's queso is queso. In that, like, yeah, on the Punnett square of, like, faithful, neutral, and rebellious, like, faithful, it is, like, queso. Even if it doesn't taste like what queso should taste like. Isn't it crazy that Chipotle spent so long and made such a big hubbub about the most flavorless queso on the fast casual dining landscape? It's so bland. It's so bad. Does anybody like the? You know what? Like, if we're saying if the Taco Bell queso cheese dip is queso, then I might say it's one of the better fast food quesos. Jake Schneider taking the win ahead of Tom Chain. Sorry, everybody. I got distracted by queso. 45 seconds. Every time you touch the finish line, you get this feeling of completion of the track. It's a bit of a Cascada satire for you. It's called parody. Top 8 are in. 30 seconds left to go. It's like Weird Al. Some carnage here at the top. The fire line is actually moving vertically. We don't see that very often. Waylaid is trying to avoid the Stephen Heck line as it comes to John Culling. Any of the racers who are still on track, 13 seconds should be enough, but let's find out. There we go. It was indeed enough time. Congratulations go to Jake Schneider, Tom Chain, and Swapping Spit. Your podium here on race number 8 today. The Devilish Track Kingdom. What's that exclamation mark play? It's not exclamation mark play time. Top 10, rounded out by Callus and 34. I've got like a long COVID or something. Leading on Risk C, Captain Jack. I shouldn't joke about that. Duke McAwesome in 7th, leading Vuff, because I think some people do. It's 9th Asscat and 10th Sun Bun. Ooh, it's putting Open Bayou in the unfortunate spot of not getting any points because 12th place Waylaid is our last place racer. Gonna get the last place point. You know it. All right, let's load up another race and let's load up the second half of our stream. If you've been enjoying this, don't worry. We've got more for you. We're going to do another half just here, but also we'll be back next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We've moved the hour up early. We've moved the stream up 1 hour earlier, and it's great. I'm loving it. My skin is clear. My fields are watered. My crops are blossoming. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time here on twitch.tv/Brightcast. Of course, we're brought to you also by all of our subscribers over on patreon.com/LFGX who are getting the full enhanced quality edition of 2 Tusks. They're already available on your Patreon RSS feed. Check it out, patreon.com/LFGX. We talked about this last week. Why did this should have played last week when I was talking about being advertised to by the fine young cannibals. All right, folks, it's time for the second half of the race. Welcome, folks. It's race number 9. Another community level here. Colorful, cluttered lasers. They get a Fu Manchula for the level. I'm going to start a 90-second timer. Here it goes. Bing bong. 90 seconds to join us. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat. Get more with your name on it. I have not gotten another Fine Young Cannibals TikTok ad specifically for She Drives Me Crazy or otherwise, but in the previous 7 days hasn't happened yet. Despite the fact that the week before that it happened like 4 times. I posted 4 different screenshots in the Discord. Those were all discrete times that I was advertised She Drives Me Crazy by the Fine Young Cannibal. And then it worked. It got me to put Johnny Come Home on the fucking Hambo Hams playlist. Johnny Come Home, we're sorry. 60 seconds to join us here on race number 9. Colorful, cluttered lasers. Advertising, man. 50% of it works. We just don't know which 50%. We just don't know. 45 seconds now as we get ready for race number 9. We had the WWDC, the Worldwide Dale Convention, no, the Worldwide Developers Conference, where the Apple shows off some of their new software stuff. And I don't think we talked about it last week. How does everybody feel about the liquid glass motif? Kind of a new take on skeuomorphism. I'm trying to create a physicality that is like glass. 10 seconds, folks. I think it looks neat. I think the iOS design has kind of been in need of a little bit of a refresher. Oh, there's Musical Chemist making it in. 24 racers are off. Waylaid and swapping. So no, anybody ASCAT on the opposing sides here. On the colorful, cluttered lasers, they get a Fu Manchula for the level. Bad Weave Waylaid. Duke awesome leading here on this left side. Racers going into some curly fries. On the other side, it's ASCAT leading Judy and swapping Spit. Our racers getting spat out into some reservoirs, dueling reservoirs even, followed by a dog leg opposite, going into, what is it, a bit of a Ferris wheel section. ASCAT and Judy Bootybot fighting for it. Waylaid and Vuff are getting stopped in that Ferris wheel. It'll be Open Bayou, first one out on this side. Zero Evil, Sunbun, Waylaid, and Callisen making it into the keyhole as well. It'll be Zero Evil with the first escape velocity as Crisco looks to match on the opposite side. We'll keep an eye out over there as we see Musical Chemist breaking for a second on this side. More racers stopped in the keyhole. This is a dangerous part for them. We're going to see racers going into, all of these weird, that's an interesting teleporter design. Zero Evil's being shot into a hole near the beginning of the racetrack into a central section now that the other 2 sections were flanking. Going into a chalice now, Zero Evil is dropping, hitting a boost. As we see more racers falling off the track, we're going to zoom out a little bit to see where more of our racers are at. Archeron and Zero Evil going through the hairbrush into a ziggurat. Keep an eye on the right side of your screen for DNFs. We've already had nearly 9 or 10 of them. Waits a few minutes for a couple more people, so that actually 9 or 10 people did. Malvinius, Duke McAwesome, Based Bean, some of the backpack, along with Bad Weave. We're seeing a lot of people DNF. This is an interesting level, but it does seem to have a few cracks where some of the marbles are not able to keep it on the black stuff. It's not asphalt, but it's like it is matte. It's not asphalt, but it is matte. Archeron leading this side, FLS Carnage on the other side, Zero Evil and Sunburn all in the race. Swapping Spit, Rissi, Ken Wharf, Azcat, and Tom Chain are your front pack to 13 laps. FLS leading into a parking structure over here. Archeron leading on the opposite side, going into a tunnel of love of hell. Racers making their way to a field section now. Whoa. Gonna keep an eye out what's... Oh, these are the colorful, cluttered lasers. This could be a death trap as our racers are going through the Tesla coils. What will happen? These are dangerous lasers, keeping an eye from Archeron's perspective as FLS Carnage goes into the opening crates, trying not to get crate training. Archeron avoids the boxes, doesn't get stopped, doesn't get popped. 250. Archeron has taken the race lead. FLS Carnage now making it through the procced boxes. Zero Evil and Swapping Spit. Swapping Spit in the background getting DNF'd by those lasers as Archeron, does not get a good... We'll have to see here what happened with Archeron. Did Archeron fall off the track? FLS Carnage, maybe it looked like Archeron had gotten popped off the track or something. Only 9 people are still in this race. I'm not used to talking for 3 minutes at a time. FLS Carnage trying to drop down now. Still leading through the... here we go. Teleport. Whoa! Oh, it worked! It worked. FLS Carnage got shot out and then bumped again. I thought FLS Carnage couldn't have made it. But no, it's actually perfectly aimed to do a 90-degree drop right ahead, right atop of the finish line. Top 4 are in. We're waiting for 3 more. Only going to be top 7 today. Make it 6. Sorry, Azcat. Going over to number 5. Malvinus is trying to catch Based Bean with only 30 seconds. Malvinus could get an escape velocity here, but this could be a tough one. Based Bean, we see in the background, getting that banker lap in. You can see in the background the Stephen Heck line is coming to John, calling Malvinius, who is still out there. And no, can't keep it on the track. That'll do it. Congratulations, go to FLS Carnage, Duke McAwesome, and Ken Wharf 04, your podium on race number 9. The colorful, cluttered lasers. Top 10 rounded out by Tom Chain in 4th place, leading on Based Bean number 9, and that is all she wrote. Only 5 people finished. Gotta get a lot of Frankers in the chat for this one. We had a lot of people who did DNF. They did not finish there. No, sorry, they do need Franker Z's. Forgot my own bit here. Exclamation mark. No, Franker Z is what you type in the chat, please. I'm good. I need a little more producer juice here. I need some more juice. Movers and shakers today. It's Ken Wharf with a strong 62-point lead today. That's ahead of Archeron 42 on 40 and Based Bean on 39. 90 seconds on the clock to join us here for race number 10. It's the Ghostly Spectral Trap. Thank you to RC79 for the level. Exclamation mark, please, which you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. What do we got here? What the hell? What the heliar? What the helion? Okay, so those are speakers. Hold on, I got this. These are like speakers. This is like a laser? You know, I think it was last week where we had a... Oh, I see. Hold on, I see. It's the Ghostbusters, right? This is the trap. This is the containment doodad. This is the thing that they can hold the ghost in. And then this is the man zapping the ghosts. And this is a hat. This was famously the Ghostbusters wore the hat. Basically says this is the Ghostbusters cartoon track. Oh. And I know what that I know what that means too. So that's great. And I'm glad to see that technical accuracy is being respected here in the design of this track. You know, I respected that the boombox level had a lot of those little technical touches that you don't find other marble track racers making. You know, I think it's important that you're that your boombox level have a teleportation, a teleporter in it, because that's how they do it in the real thing. 5 seconds now for race number 10. 26 marbles already registered, and they are rough. Going through the opening Plinko now. It's the iconic Ghostbusters hat, just like Aiden Pierce. Was that his name? Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs, with his iconic hat and duster. Was his name Aiden Pierce? Our racers are off. It's Jake Schneider leading Judy Booty Button Zero Evil on the one side. Here on the near side, Ken Worf and FLS Carnage are leading. We're going to follow yours truly. Some of the racers on the other side are hitting one portal. These racers are hitting a portal over here. Are we converging? Yes, I think we're converging here on this hamster pipe. Ken Worf leading Callison and Jake Schneider. FLS Carnage also in the mix. Zero Evil Vuff and Bad Weave. As our racers are going up, down, all around. Oopsie doopsie and toodly doo. Who will get the win? We will find out as the racers go up into an elevator section now. Ken, Cal, and FLS Carnage just trading it through these hairpins. They're calling it the modern day Monaco. With how tight and slow it is. Ken Worf and FLS Carnage getting quite doggy with it here as they and actually this is more of a initial D mountain drifting style part of the track here. You know, this is like when you wrap a wire around a pencil, and if you do that in a science class, then Persephone, the god of science, makes it all magnetic, and you can pick up like pennies and shit. I think that's how that works. Ken Worf still leading Callison, Vuff, and FLS Carnage. Bryce has and Risk C as our racers are going through a couple of shuffle sections. And I'm not surprised to see those after kind of taking a cue from that boombox level. Ken Worf getting teleported to a top section here just ahead of Callison and FLS Carnage as the racers are making it down one of the audio monitors here. I don't know where they're ending up, but that's where they're going. Is there a portal or something down there? No, they're just going down a bottom section. It's Ken over here on the middle of your screen leading Cal, S, and our race is going in an elevator. And then a little bit of a hold X to walk forward, and then another elevator. Top section, it's Cal, Ken, and FLS, who are having another look at that iconic Ghostbusters cartoon hat. You know, the icon, you know, I remember the day that Ghostbusters cartoon came out, that, you know, hat fever was taking over the nation, nay the world. We needed hat. You know, it was an iconic part of not just American, but frankly, human life. Is that a win? That's a win. Okay. The finish line is the entrance here to the ghost-busting prison device, and I'm sure that's what they called it in the cartoon. As a bunch of racers are just getting thrown off the track, just kind of for no reason at the very end, and you know, that's one of the great things about design, is you don't really need to test anything. All right, that's it. Callison is your winner. Callison, 34, leading on FLS Carnage and Open Bayou, round out your podium for race number 10. What is it? Ghostly Spectral Trap. Oh, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. Top 10. I'm seeing it now. Rounded out by Risk C, 23, leading on Jake Schneider, Malvinius, Waffleophagus, Zero Evil in 8th, leading Bryce and Thermos Jack in 10th. Scrolling through, it's a Musical Chemist, taking that last place point in 17th place. Shouty outy to Musical Chemist, everyone who entered. Let's let up race number 11. Movers and shakers today after 10 races. It's Ken Worf still leading on 62, FLS Carnage 43, Callison 40, Archeron and Based Bean 39, Tom Chain 38. Find your stats at anytimemarbles.win. It's a website! Loaded up now for number 11. It's the simple Bemusing Abyss. Thank you to Bente2Play for the level. I'm going to give you 90 seconds to join us. Bang that play into the chat just like everyone else is doing. Just join everyone else. If we're all jumping off of the bridge. One more video game. Realize I've been playing a lot of games lately. I've been buying a lot of games lately. I got it's a little bit of an older game, but it's this roguelike deck builder called Crop Rotation. Did I talk about this? So the idea is that you have just bought an automated farming machine, and you have to pay back your loan. You have like balloon payments. And so you make money by using the farming machine. So you get cards, and your cards are different crops. And the way this one works is you pick exactly what cards you have and what order they get played, but they get randomly played on the grid of a board, on the board grid. And then they have synergies. There's like different flavor profiles and different types of plants. You know, if you've got a fruit, you've got a vegetable, if it's sour, if it's sweet, if it's an herb or a seed. And it's all about synergies. And it was rather cheap, but I think it's been updated a good bit here in the past few years. I went to try to watch someone play it. 10 seconds, folks. So I like to watch other people play games and try and get tips and tricks. All right, our races are off for number 11. The simple Bemusing Abyss. Thank you to Bente2Play. It's really interesting. I'm as far as like roguelike deck building games go, I think I really picked up on it pretty fast. Risk C leading Duke McAwesome and Zero Evil here in the opening of Simple Bemusing Abyss. The only like weird kind of thing about it is that instead of a progression system that you might see in other roguelike deck building games nowadays, if you kind of look at the Ballatra model, where what you do is you play through the game over and over again with like different modifiers or challenges, but Crop Rotation only has a number-based difficulty. Based Bean taking the lead now. Where when you start to play, you pick a rank number from 0 to whatever number. I think they say 1,000 or 1,500 is like a like moderate is like the point is. Was that like, I think they were saying that's what they optimized or tested the game towards. But the higher your rank, the more that your payments are for the automated machine. So the idea is like, okay, you play it on a low level, and then you beat it pretty easily. And then when you do well, if you blow it out of the water, then it recommends, hey, okay, why don't you add like 400 rank next time? So it's like it's kind of organic, though there are also some like weirdnesses about it. Like the first few games I played, I won pretty easily because the rank was not terribly low or not terribly high. And but that actually ended up screwing with my calculations at the end of the game of what rank I should be. Because oh no, another J Martin getting thrown back into the hamster ball at that teleporter. That's horrible. Archron's gonna have to do the same thing back into the hamster ball with you. Sees Ledwin walking into the finish line. An easy win for Ledwin. A name so nice he named himself after it. 54 seconds even on that big red clock, folks. Bring it in. But it kind of messes up because it's so easy that I finished the game early. Like if you make enough money to pay off all of your payments, they just give you a button that says, okay, just finish the game because you beat it. If you beat it, you had all the points, you beat it. But when you do that, it doesn't take that into account. Catch me on this. I'm going to hit the hurry up music while I rant. It doesn't take that into account. So if I beat the game in really early, in, say, only 2 months instead of all 4 months, it doesn't take that into account. And so what you should do is ignore the button that says end my game, and then you keep playing and you just wallop on the fucking game, because then you get points for that rank calculation based on how over that full amount that you are. But if you hit that little button, it just takes you right up to that full amount, or it just uses whatever you've got on hand. So if you only just cross the finish line, it's only gonna be like, oh, okay, you could up your rank by like 20 points. And it's really annoying. That's not good progression. You should take that into account, because I'm very good at video game. Congratulations go to Lead Win, Captain Jack, and Bry Kaz. When someone shut that guy up. Here on race number 11, your podium, leading on Callison, Musical Chemist, Waylaid, and Zero Evil, top 7. Only 7 people made it to the finish line. You're going to get a lot of Franker Z's. They do need Franker Z's. The DNF is what it is. So I got heated. I got in my feelings on that one. I have feelings on that one. Points here at the top of the season. Still Sunbun, Archeron, and Ken Worf. Ken Worf and Archeron are trying to catch up. Sunbun's only got 28 points today. Oh, loaded up now for race number 12, rounding out our third quarter today. Exclamation mark plays what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. It's a creeping, crawling thing. 90 seconds to join us. Thank you, Metalel, for the level. Oh, there's a spider! Oh no, there's a damn spider. There's a bunch of spiders. Oh wow, and a spider web doom cube. Oh, that might actually be a part. Wow, this is an interesting. Oh, the elevators are like the. Are these elevators? Are these snow? Is this like meant to be silk coming out of the back of? Wow. 60 seconds to join us now here on the creepy crawling thing, folks. Join us here. Apologies if you have. Oh, and these are like little spiders. Okay, if you do have arachnophobia, now's the time to maybe turn off the stream videos even for about 5 minutes or so. Hello, it's a creeping crawling thing. Thank you to all the 24 folks who are here ready for race number 12. 38 seconds. Did anybody watch the Canadian Grand Prix last week? The big story is Lando. So that was a real bad move, Lando. You didn't have the space. You couldn't make the move. It wasn't there. You went for a gap that didn't exist, brother. 13 seconds now. You know, the thing about Lando being being hard on himself means that it kind of undercuts also my wanting to be upset, because I want him to do well. All racers are off. 24 racers are starting here on race number 12. It's just a bummer. No one wants that to happen. This was the one thing we didn't want to happen. You know, the idea. Oh, Callison already falling off the track, and it's such a far drop too. Riss leading on Annalisa, and Duke McAwesome going into the. Oh, look at these dang gears. His Musical Chemist is trying to fight with Judy, and Waffleophagus splitting out into another reservoir here. Is this the silk? This is like the silk thing I was talking about. Who's going to make it out first? It'll be Waffle, Duke, FLS, Musical Chemist as they're going through the. Oh, Waffle just on the edge of glory? Or really the edge of. Oh, and Waffle got a level up. We still don't entirely know what leveling up means, but if you hit the little donger of the level here, it will give you experience points, I guess. Waffle getting shot through the Steve here. Oh, that's an interesting way to start one of these double heart pieces. Duke McAwesome getting a huge jump ahead of Waffle. FLS and Thermos Jack moving in as well to fight for first. Duke through the opening line. They added some bamboos, which was easy for Duke McAwesome to get to break the centrifugals, just like Thermos Jack will. And Riss C, huge gain for Riss C. Judy Bootybot and Malvinius also getting it on a one tap. Tom as well. Duke McAwesome we're following, going into another spider section. Watch out for all the spooky spiders. Woo. a minute 38 now. Duke McAwesome is well ahead of Risk C, who's trying to avoid the poppers, the stoppers, all of that stuff. Thermos Jack and Malvinius not far behind. Duke making it through some more snow. Going for the center section, the Cones of Dunshire, a minute 53. Let's see what happens at these teleporters here. If anyone, unless anybody would like to pick up some speed here and show Duke how it's done, maybe. Duke's learning all the rules of the cones. Oh no, he's pulling out the appendix to find out what the house rule options are. Duke shooting now into this cobweb. Oh, it slows the racers down. Okay, it is functional. Going into the big funnel now. Duke ready on the hairbrush. Thermos Jack is in the mix trying to drop as well. Musical Chemist is outside of the track. Yes, but even the racers who fall off the track have to make that huge drop that we're seeing Waffleophagus make now ahead of Thermos Jack and Annalisa. It's Duke McAwesome making his way up to this. Almost looks like an elevator. Shooting up, over, and down. That's a win for Duke McAwesome. It'll be Waffleophagus taking second and Thermos Jack for third. These creepy, crawly things have made themselves known. Top four are in. 43 seconds on that big red clock. Waffleophagus saying, "Hey, I got a button saying I can end the game early. Should I?" No! Don't hit it! That's not the button to hit! Ooh, I made it in. They should give you, they just need to update the calculation. If you wrap up the run early, you get points for how early you are. And they don't do that. And it's really weird because that's the main progression of the game. It's the main progression of the game. All right, top 12. He run race number 12. 12 for 12. It's Duke McAwesome leading Waffleophagus and Thermos Jack. Your top three on the creepy crawling thing. Thank you to Metal L for a really nice level. Top 10 are rounded out by fourth place. Lead Win leading on Bad Weave, Jake Schneider, Judy Bootybot, Tom Chain in eighth leading Brykaz and Vuff. Oh no! It's Malvinius in 12th place, making another J. Martin the odd one out, the only one not to get a point, despite finishing the race. Sorry about that, buddy. Let's load up number 13. I'm just saying, Lando, you were fighting for fourth fucking place. What? Leave it. Leave it. Ken Worf, Callison, and Captain Jack are your top movers and shakers today. Loaded up for number 13, it's Rocky Rocking Road. Thank you to Kevin and Earth for the level. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat to get more with your name on it. 90 seconds is what you type before we get going on the dang thing. What is this? Earth? Rocky Rocking... Whoa! What is it? Is this another Hogwarts level? We've had a few Hogwarts levels here, but I think this is... Rocky Rocking Road. Is this like a Mario? Is this Babam Battlefield? Can someone tell me if this is meant to be Babam Battlefield from Super Mario 64? Because I don't think that it is. 60 seconds to join us here. I'm getting Babam Battlefield vibes from this. Green text. Caesar Cannon. Is this Babam Battlefield? 52 seconds now, folks. I don't want no scrubs. No, 45 seconds, but no scrubbing. Is anyone gonna go see the Formula One, the movie? That's coming out next week, I think. I've been seeing a lot of clips online that I guess there was some level of premiere for that movie here in Austin. The movie comes out next week, but I had been seeing showtimes here in Austin the past week, and then I didn't end up. I didn't do it because I know it didn't come out yet, and it was whatever. But apparently, I guess one of those showings, they had a special appearance from one Brad Pitt. They let him go from his HBO show briefly to make a cameo, I guess, at one of the Austin movie theaters that was showing the movie. Our racers are off now here on the Rocky Rocking Road. but I'm excited to see it. The reviews have been harsh. The reviews have been the reviews have been critical. The critical reviews have been critical, folks. Seeing a lot of it looks amazing. The racing and the footage of the cars looks amazing. And then there's a story. But it looks amazing. And there's a story. But it looks amazing. There was one interview that I saw with someone online. And it was with Joseph Kosinski, the director. And it was a good interview. I should go find who posted that, because there's some good, like, really in-depth questions talking about some of the music choices in the movie, talking about apparently that the car that they use, that Brad Pitt and the other actor drive, we've known it's like a custom F2 or custom F3 car, but apparently the cameras and stuff that they use in it are very similar to the types of cameras that they used in Top Gun Maverick, but unlike Top Gun Maverick, where those cameras were placed in the cockpit, and each camera was kind of its own separate thing, on the F1 or on the race car that they used, the cameras and all are actually there's a lens and a sensor, but then all the innards are built into the car, like into the radiator of the car, and supposedly that gives them a lot of control to move, to pan and zoom, and all they were saying they could pull focus on the live picture. So it was I'm excited to see that, because those cars are fast. Like that it's like a weird thing to describe. Those cars are impossibly fast, and so if they can get some of that speed, and and also it would be great. I mean, I know that we saw them filming it, but they filmed it on a lot of the real F1 tracks during F1 weekends, and I'm looking forward to that, because one of the bummers of Gran Turismo, the movie, it's not a big bummer, but a lot of the racing scenes in that movie were, oh no, risky dropping to a bottom section here. A lot of the racing scenes in that movie had green screen, or were shot at one track and then they CG'd it to look like another track. That's a win for Risky. Which is fine. You do what you do, but especially for a movie called F1, I do hope it looks like F1. I hope it's a good sense of F1. 45 seconds now as your top 10 are in here on the Rocking Road. This is an interesting level. The one thing about these levels, the reason I think it looks like the Hogwarts level is because, like every Hogwarts level that we do, because Hogwarts is like a campus and not like a straight line, they make you go up and in and around, and you're kind of circling the finish line. That makes it kind of a little, there's some technical issues with that. Open Bayou with 15 seconds here. Plenty of time to bring it in and bring it home. Congratulations go to Risky, Vuff, and FLS Carnage. Your podium here on race number 13, the Rocking Road. Thank you to Kevin and Earth for the level. Oh, I get it now. I get it. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place. Captain Jack leading on another J. Martin, Thermos Jack, Callison, Musical Chemist in 8th, leading on Annalisa, and Jake Schneider in 10th. 25 people entered, and only 23 of them finished. It was Open Bayou getting that last place point. Shout out to Open Bayou. Let's load up another track. Captain Jack breaking the 100-point barrier now, holding 101, second place in your top of the season standings. Only 23 points away from Sun Bun. Third place, FLS Carnage on 29, just on the edge of that 100-point barrier. Well, no, you're on the barrier. Get off the barrier. Can you get off the barrier, FLS Carnage? All right, load it up now for number 14, the Running Festival. 90 seconds to join us. One of the weird things about the F1 movie, Open Bayou mentioned it in the last race, but it's an Apple movie. Apple got the publishing rights to it. Though it's not going to, it's going to be only in theaters when it comes out. But, I mean, we'll see how it does. But I think the reviews are good enough for a racing movie, and I feel like there's a lot of heat. There's been a lot of, like focus testing that they've done, and people coming out of it and saying like, in one group they had like 20 people watch it, and out of it, only 1 out of 20 knew about F1 before watching it. And then they said all 20 of them would be interested in learning or in going and watching a race after it. So, I mean, maybe it's because I'm very interested in it, or maybe it's because it's the only movie I've had any knowledge of at all this year. Tim Robinson made a fucking Tim Robinson was in a movie and I actually did go see it a few weeks ago, but I had no idea it was coming out until it was out. That Friendship movie, great movie with Paul Rudd, good movie, very funny. I didn't know Tim Robinson was in a goddamn movie. I needed to have Mike say that he went and saw it or tried to go see it for me to even go see it. I didn't even know it happened. Oh my god, those things that you call dead haven't yet had a chance to be born. 3 seconds now. You're on the Friendly Running Festival. 18 marbles already registered and revving their off on the opening Crazy Straws now. We see Jake, Malvinius, and Bryce has some of the fastest fallers now on what will be a bit of an extended opening here. Open by, yeah, I know that Apple, doesn't always do streaming first for their movies, but that's not true. I mean, there were plenty of movies that they did streaming only, but yeah, it's just interesting that Apple may have walked into one of the biggest movies of the summer. Certainly like the biggest blockbuster of the summer, which is cool. I don't know. Jake Schneider, Sashman, Archeron, and Sunbun, some of the first ones off the block now on this Friendly Running Festival. Everybody, make sure you've got your pacifiers. Make sure you've got your Nalgene's of water. Make sure you've got your sock money. Make sure you've got your shoe money. Make sure you've got your foot money. Sashman and Vuff leading on this side. On the other side, it looks like Tom Chain, Malvinius, and Open Bayou maybe. Some of the racers are dropping down to another section here. Are you supposed to switch back here? Oh, I think you can. You can switch back here. But does that mean that our racers are split up 4 ways? Yes, I think it does. Okay, we're going to have to zoom out quite a bit. Our racers have double diverged. 1:30 now. Oh, yes, let's pump up the jam. Ready? We're ready for this. Tom Chain, Archeron, and Vuff leading Stashman and Open Bayou as our racers have diverged yet again in a wooded road. Nearly converging, but no, those tips don't touch. Look at that. You could drive the mega ship Ever Given through that. Safely too. Archeron 42 dropping off the top side again. Our racers have split up once again into 4s. Keeping it wide as our racers are going to have to go through the final stretch here. Separate final stretches. Archeron on the left side of your screen. I think it's Open Bayou leading on the right side with Stashman. Tom Chain back on the left. Vuff on the left. Sunbun on the right. It'll be a close one here as they hit the teleporters. Oh no, Open. Oh no, why do you do that? Why do you do that? Why do you fucking do that? What the fuck? You had a good fucking level. Why the fuck did you... What the fuck? What the fuck? That actually sucks. We have seen that so fuck... That actually sucks. That's so stupid. To have the teleporters have a chance. You can get to the end of the whole fucking race and just on a whim, you just get teleported into the fucking kill plane. You just get no. You're tilted. You're tilted. I'm not tilted. It's Tom Chain taking the win, leading on Based Bean and Judy Bootybot in the podium. Top 10, it's Ken Worf, Musical Chemist, Malvinius, another J. Martin, Dick McAwesome, and Bry fucking Kaz. What another track. God, I'm dead. God. Archeron says downvote the fuck out of that. Yeah. I'm heated. Movers and shakers today. Ken Wharf now in that top spot, 70 points today. Buoyed by that 4th place in the last race. Let's load up another track. I'm usually, you know what? We've had enough we've had a lot of races that end like that. We've seen it plenty of times, but that one was that one stung because the rest of the race was a risky design. It was a weird design. Doing the quadruple diverges and to do that 2 times, kind of weird. Have to do the broadcast schedule a little bit differently, but that's okay. We made it work. But then you fuck it up at the last second. You put a teleport. You put the teleporters there, but you didn't do it just to just make it so that everyone just gets them. You also had to give them a chance of just completely falling off the. Look. If this is a joke, it's a joke, and go for it. Go with God. Godspeed for you, buddy. But fuck, that doesn't make it a good level. 50 seconds now. It's the Bouncing Adventurous Crusade, thinking of Valkyrian Blue for the level. Maybe I should we need to take a little bit. Oh, okay. Thank you for writing Axhole on my screen. 35 seconds now. Why would you had a great level. Don't you care about sport? We're sporting here. We're trying to sport. I'm not going to get over this just yet. 20 seconds now here. It's our penultimate race of the evening, the Bouncing Adventurous Crusade. Join us. Ten seconds now. 22 marbles are ready, registered, and revving their ways up here. It's Riss, Captain Jack, and Ken Wharf bringing in for 24. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and seconds. They are off. Malvinius and Bad Weave both starting on pole position. They both asked the stewards if they could balance on the pole, and they were allowed to do so. A laser right at the start of the level, but no DNFs to speak of as our racers get milled into the opening sections now through a dojo for Bad Weave, trying to hold on to that lead. It will be whoa! Thermos Jack falling off the track. A lot of people falling off the track somehow. Sorry about that. Looking at another J. Martin going through an inside section. Bad Weave shooting forward. Oh no, but falling off the track. It's Archeron leading now. Yes, Archeron is leading now. Another J. Martin Stashman too, going into a Ferris wheel section. It's they've made it. I don't know if you can tell. They've made it hard to kind of keep track of what the hell is happening here. Well, and FLS Carnage is more teleporter bullshit. Just some more teleporter bullshit right here. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Open Bayou. What do you want? What are you gonna get? Oh, okay. So if you what? Oh, okay. So our racers get bounced into a strainer, though they could potentially teleport into potentially the strainers. But then the strainers are 3-tapped, are stacked 3 high on top of a mini funnel into a sideways elevator. They've kind of got these Star Trek Enterprise looking ass hallways. Archeron will be dropping into a teleporter here, just ahead of Stashman, going into another hallway. Oh my goodness, this is like a James Bond movie intro opening. Archeron through an opening, through a tunnel of love of hell. Snaking through a next section with some fans on the track. We've got fans on the track. Someone stop the race. There are fans on the track. Oh, this actually is stopping the race. Archeron and Stashman 2 are both stopped trying to make it through these chocolate chips of fan blades, as yours truly makes a tidy work of it. Malvinius as well. Open Bayou, Musical Chemist, another J. Martin. And the 3 of them are trying to go in. All 3 of them have made it through now. 2:08 on the clock. As we see Jake Schneider and Archeron leading with Stashman 2 and Bryce Kaz not far behind. Getting a little doggy with it. 2:20. See Based Bean and Zero Evil in the back of the pack. Archeron's asking, where's the fuck you portal on this level? A great question. Racers are making their way through the stair steppers. Base Speed and Zero Evil are trying to get caught up, or at least get that last place point secured. Jake Schneider making it through that mini boss section. The next time you do this track, there will be a mini boss right here. We're leading into the parking structure. Make sure you keep your ticket. Going to a mill here at the final structure. This could be processional, as we are at 2:50 on the clock. Jake with one last curly cue. And, oh no! Jake Schneider could not break the plane, had a perfectly balanced line, and ended up falling out of the box just like Malvinius. This is a travesty of design. Yet again, the Marbles track creators have shown us that chaos is an unavoidable part of this world. Zero Evil and Based Bean could get top 10 positions because there will only be 9 potential. No! Zero Evil falls off the track, opening the door for Based Bean number 9 to get 9th, minus 1 place, 8th place, and last place. Let's see what happens. 23 seconds, but as we've seen, it's not about the fire line, or even you really just have to not be in the exact center of the mill. I presume one of these tines will prep you to go right in the center, just like that, and Based Bean also doesn't do it. No! Oh! Unbelievable! Congratulations! Go to Archeron 42, Stashman 2, and Bry Kaz. Oh, your podium here on race number 15, the Bouncing Adventurous Crusade. Thank you to Valkyrian Blue for the level. Top 7 rounded out by 4th place Musical Chemist, leading on Another J. Martin, Open Bayou, and Captain Jack 913, 7th place. Only 7 people finished. 24 people entered, though. I got to get a lot of Franker Z's in the chat because they do need Franker Z's. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're just asking for it. Last place point goes to Captain Jack as well, who managed to bring it home just in the nick of time and safely. And how? Let's load up our final race. Of course, if you're enjoying Marbles, we will be back next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, here on twitch.tv/BrianCaz. Of course, if you want to support this, go to patreon.com/LFGX, another way to show your support for Marbles. Of course, marbles.win is a website where we've got merch like shirts, hats, totes, and if you are a subscriber over on Patreon, you get a discount code for every and absolutely every order that you make of merchandise on marbles.win. Check them all out. Marbles.win, it's got a website. It's got a website on that website, and that website's got links to tell you all about these great things. All right, folks, it's time. Final race of the evening. We're loaded up now. Number 16, it's Castle Siege. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. Exclamation mark play is what you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. We are going to get started here in 90 seconds, folks. Another J. Martin asking, did they add BS teleporters? I hope so. That would be something. That would be something. That would be something. All right, folks. 71 seconds here. It's our final race of the evening. What other story? Did I have any other stories that I didn't get to? Let's see. Lando, the F1 movie. Oh my gosh! Did you see we had a pair of passings in motorsport last week? Both the marmot at the Canadian Grand Prix and a rabbit at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Both unfortunately passed away to intersections with fast cars. Unfortunate. I always hate seeing when the animals get hit by cars. You could see early on in the Canadian race, it's like in the run up to the hairpin, the tight hairpin near the end of the track. They had pulled out pretty early, and you could see the fucking roadkill of the marmot that Lewis Hamilton drove over. And they cut away from it very quick, and I don't know if they. I feel like they probably did keep cutting back to that, at least in a controlled way, like avoid the fucking roadkill corpse. 5 seconds now as 26 racers are also trying to avoid being roadkill course in the French rural countryside. They're off here on Castle Siege. Race number 16 tonight. It's Musical Chemist and Sunbun, Tom Chain and Vuff, as our racers are trying to avoid the explosives that are already aiming at the start of the track. You hate to see it at the start because that's a lap one, turn one issue, and don't like to see that. That's nastiness. We've still got people stuck at the start the starting turns. Musical Chemist and Sunbun being both blown backwards as Swapping Spit swaps for first place. 30 seconds with a great line for Swap. If Swap can keep some speed here, this could be major, but Swap overtaking, becoming the race leader, has put a target on their marble for all of these explosive barrels. Not only do they attack and aim at the race leader, but they also leave barrels on the track that anyone else could run into. This is a bit of it's a kind of a compounding problem if you think about it, only because the explosives... The explosives have an EV of one explosive, and they will see that EV through, folks. Swapping Spit, shot backwards now, a minute 9. FLS Carnage just inching forward, propelled forward by an explosive. Oh, a huge not pop on that explosive barrel for FLS Carnage. Another turbo zoom. Oh, FLS stopped on track now. 125 as we see Thermos Jack approaching. And now Not hits a barrel. Carnage hits a barrel and stopped again. Swap stopped again. Now moving. Break has Swap, Duke McAwesome all fighting for second place. As we see FLS Carnage here, you see the yellow finish line in the distance here. Let's see. Did they reduce the power of the explosives, or I'm not quite used to us having such a relatively tidy Castle Siege. 1 minute on the big red clock now as we wait to see who, if any, of our top 10 join us. We've got the Stephen Heck line coming to John, calling any of the racers that are still out there on the track. 45 seconds as Vuff, Zero Evil, and Open Bayou are rushing to bring it in with a relatively quick finish for FLS Carnage. That means that there hasn't been a lot of barrels that have been accumulating on the track. I think it could mean a quite tidy finish here in the last 30 seconds. See Based Bean, Musical Chemist, and Duke McAwesome all trying to bring it home. The issue here on this one is going to be the fact that the parade route is just a little too long for everyone to make it in time. Zero Evil and Riss also getting ed up. We got Swap and Open Bayou with only 7 seconds on the clock now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's it. Congratulations go to FLS Carnage, Bad Weave, and Bryce. Ooh, your podium here on the final race of the evening, Castle Siege. Top 10 rounded out by Archeron 42 leading ASCAT, Captain Jack, Based Bean, number 9, Musical Chemist in 8th, leading Judy Bootybot and Duke McAwesome in 10th. Scrolling through, we had 26 people enter. Only 17 of them finished, with Malavinius taking that last place point in the standing. Our accountants are going to double check all of the point rigging for the day and come back with your final points in just a moment. That's right, Archeron saying that this doesn't seem so fucky. Open Bayou saying they actually fixed it. Base Bean, it seems like the explosions lost some aim. I wonder if they turned down the explosive power. It did feel like the explosives were not as remarkably powerful as they usually are. All right, folks, that's going to do it here for Season 12, Week 2. Thank you for joining me here. Let's take a look at your points before we wrap it up. First off, your movers and shakers today. Who did the best in Week 2 with 70 points? Your evening's winner, Ken Worf, 0-4. Leading on Captain Jack 913, the winner of the pay-to-win schema. And then FLS Carnage in 66 points. Now your standings after 2 weeks. Sun Bun still on top, 124, leading Archeron 119 and Captain Jack 113. Also leading the pay to win scheme. Fourth, FLS Carnage, leading Ken Worf, Tom Chain, Rissy Callis, and Jake Schneider, your title sponsor, and Bry Kaz, with 89 points. Almost nice. That's gonna do it here for FLS Carnage. No, FLS Carnage, you're welcome back. That's gonna do it for LFG Marbles. Jiminy, I should probably know the name of my own thing. For LFG Marbles Season 12 Week 2, we will be back in 7 days' time. Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll see you on the gram. We'll see you on the website. We'll see you in the Discord. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.